Hello everyone, it's Tuesday, so that means we're streaming. I'm Oni Black Mage, and we are playing More Evil Within. Tuesday already. I don't even know what I did on Monday. Even though it's Tuesday and it's still early in the week, I feel like it's going faster than I would prefer. I think that's only because I'm not ever as busy as I ever want to be. I mean, I have enough stuff to do. I just never ever feel like I'm getting there fast enough. Today, early on, I submitted the first edition designs, which is just the logo and like the name for Teespring. For a very simple T-shirt plus hoodie, and just submitted it. And if it gets, they say that if you're a channel and you have over, if you're monetized, then you get individually reviewed. If you're, I think you're over like 1,000 subs, which I definitely am. But if you are over 100,000 subs, then there's like this, you get like assigned a designer or something like that from Teespring. I'm like, that sounds cool. I'm not in the cool kid club yet, but goals for now. Working on getting good enough to get to that point. I feel like it's worth 110 to increase the ammo capacity of a sniper rifle. Because if anything's requiring more than 5 sniper rifle shots, it's a pretty serious enemy. I don't know. 3 should be enough, even initially. Nah, I think we should save for more firepower. Okay. We're gonna go up against the creature paintings now and kill a couple of his creations, and who knows what that's gonna entail. We have max explosive bolts and max harpoon bolts, which is nice. That's a good place to be. And we're doing good on shotgun, we're doing good on sniper rifle. And like what it seems to be is before we enter a boss room, it seems like they load us up with gear anyway. So I feel going in half ammo is enough. Oh, that's right, we have to check out the Devil's Tap Room first. Tomorrow I'm going to start the recording and hopefully editing. We'll see how long it takes. Of 6 Days of Skeptic, I believe. Yeah, 6 Days of Skeptic. Personally, my favorite of the Chizo mythos. I'm immediately drawn to anything that's basically that sort of creepy sci-fi. I love the creepy sci-fi setting. Especially when it's like, oh, there's an alien posing itself as a creature, or like, crewmates are being mysteriously killed off in weird ways. You gotta figure it out. Oh, you're not gonna play anything? Come on. But yeah, if I get approved, they may just be like, your t-shirt designs are stupid, simple, and boring. And I'll be like, I am open to suggestions or designs. Because I literally just put my logo in the name. It's very simple, but at the same time, it's like that's no different than so many other shirts that are just literally like the Nike swoosh, and they just slap that check mark on like a hat and sell it for $35. It's like if stuff like that can get away with it, granted that's brand power. Did he just flip out for a second there? I'm gonna have to check the footage. That was weird. But then you know what? I can get away with that. I believe in elegance and simplicity. Now, would I like to have a super uber awesome t-shirt design later? Sure, but we're not there yet.
So this is his art? It's just a photo.
Wait a minute. Oh shit, we are in the spot we're supposed to be. I thought the Devil's Tap Room was something else. I guess we're getting into it.
I'm gonna stab the shit out of you.
Whoa, what the? Huh.
Shit. Locked. Gotta find a key or something.
Alright. We're sneaking.
Don't cry. You're becoming arms. You shall be part of my obscura. Less malleable than clay, softer than marble. It really is perfect. Oh, I can't concentrate like this. A sculpture doesn't need a
Blech. Well, this is obviously a trap. Hmm. That eye. Oh, I don't think I put a notice up. Hold on. I'm getting my stream basics. Okay. Alright, let's take this. What happened? What changed? Hmm. Alright, there's dudes. Yeah, check it out. Somebody check it out. He turned around a lot faster than I thought it was going to turn around. I could sneak past them. There's definitely multiple in the hallway. Alright. There's at least 2 of you in there. There's one. Yeah, come on over. Hmm. Man, that was really picky. Hey Griffin, how's it going tonight? We are sneaking past some spooks here and evil within town. My night's going well. Unlike many other people, I, chose to do early voting, so I got my civic duty out of the way a couple weeks ago. And so for me, especially since there's no point in paying attention to politics for the first couple of days, because given the tallies that need to happen, given the fact that there are many states and municipalities that are going to start counting mail-in votes starting tomorrow, we're not going to know results for the next couple days. maybe even week. So to me, anybody who's bickering, arguing, all that sort of internet drama, whatever, I told people it's like this is the best week to just stay off of social media. Don't listen to anything. You know, don't cause or feed into any election hysteria one way or the other. Just stay indoors like you should be. Play video games. Catch up on Netflix. All that sort of stuff. Just stay off of social media. Because there's no way to know. With all the mail-in ballots, like, there's no way any state that offered mail-in or late ballots or last-minute stuff, because many polls are staying late because the turnout's so high this year, they're not going to get accounted by tonight or even tomorrow night. It's not going to happen. So anybody who declares like, oh, this state has been declared this, that already, don't believe it, because no state is done tonight on any voting. So anything can happen. We've had many historical examples of people claiming victory a little too early. So, to me, it's not our thing. If you did your part, you did your part. Don't even worry about anything else. Just mind your own business and stay out of everyone else's earshot. All right. What's this? Lisa Crane. So it's kind of like a little wire maze. I can barely see these things. I think that's the point, obviously, but...
Okay, Hoffman. Hope you're right about destroying these things.
it's going to be a trap.
Here we go.
Oh, that was surprisingly easy. Unless the town is going to warp now and get harder.
Destroying that freak's work was actually therapeutic, but I'm not done yet. One more.
That was suspiciously easy. I'm not convinced it should have been that easy. We got that entire section without firing an entire shot. Alright, real fast. I want to turn in my goop juice because I know we have enough to get another upgrade. But yeah, this week I'm just going to focus on making videos. I got to get started recording footage for Nier Automata. I want to watch all of Witcher on Netflix. And Dragon's Dogma, because I love Dragon's Dogma the game, but looking at the preview on Netflix, it doesn't look good. But I still want to watch it just to see. Netflix is very hit or miss. And the fact that nobody's talking about it, even in the community, is making me suspicious that it's actually a really bad anime. It's like the Danganronpa anime. Like, the first Danganronpa anime isn't good. Like, the people who come on my channel and watch, like, the other Danganronpa things, who were like, yeah, I watched the anime for the first one and a playthrough for the second one. It's like, you should not watch the anime for the first one. The first one is not well done. That is a bad anime adaptation. And if you liked it, great. More power to you, but that was not a good adaptation. Alright, we got maximum life now. Next thing we'll get is less kickback. Okay, next thing is in one of these houses. Yeah, the hotel. Ooh, multiple vending machines. Give me brain juice. Okay. Oh, come on. Thank you. Give me more. Ooh, 800. Nice. One of these days, it's gonna fall over on me. That's what I would do if I was making this game. Just make one vending machine, like you hit it too many times, and it just falls on top of you. Or tries to grab you or something like that. Wow, we were full up on pistol and med. But yeah, to me, people... Because I also used to get very wound up politically. And I just learned that it's like, you know, if you just mind your local stuff, which is more important than the federal level stuff, then as long as you are also more mindful of your congressman, I said this before, you know, don't worry about it. What will be, will be. It's kind of like farmers in the ye old days of monarchies and kingdoms, where it's like if the king died, that does not change the farmer's daily life at all. They feel zero impact.
Let's finish this.
Well, what is that? Is that another Obscura? Hmm. If it's the Obscura, that means we can't kill it. But it looked like the Obscura. Yeah.
You again.
It's the effing Obscura. These hallways are so long, if it catches me, I'm dead to rights. There it is.
All right. This should get me close to that art. Shit. Maybe I can sneak by it.
See, the problem is there's music playing. And it sounds like footsteps, so I can't listen that carefully. Go left. Go left. Go left. Thanks. Go left again. Shit. Go back that way. Shit. This game is fucking cheating. Flipping game. Alright, we're going for it. That game's cheating, I swear. Oh my god, the game was cheating. You were cheating, game. You never saw me. It's just when I entered that room, you magically went to go check it. You never saw me. At least it didn't attack me. But still. Shenanigans there. I'm like, there's no way he saw me. Okay. This was actually easier. Boop.
That's both of them. Should have done the trick. Better head back to the theater and see if I can get in.
Hey Shadows, how's it going? By the way, I think I fixed notifications. So if somebody like subs or cheers or anything like that, or does like a resub notice, then I think the alert works now. I tested it earlier. Alright, hopefully the world doesn't cheat and it's harder now for no reason. Alright, seems everything's okay. So we just killed the two paintings. They were actually pretty easy. I thought they were going to be like boss fights, but they weren't. They were both basically sneak challenges. Yeah, hit the button, see if it works. It doesn't bother me, trust me. Because according to the test widgets ability of Streamlabs, it's supposed to work. So if it doesn't work, then I need to examine it. There we go. Alright, so I need to extend the box because it cut off your name in half. But other than that, it does come up. And thank you so much for the 2-month streak. I appreciate you. Actually, it totals both, so it says 8 months as well as 2-month streak. So thank you on both. Alright, so now I know I need to extend that box just a wee bit. I wonder if I could do that here. Alright, that might actually pseudo fix it. We'll see. You do have a lot of letters in your name. Alright, so Grand Theater. At some point, we're probably going to have to go through that giant telescope monster. Or camera lens monster. Dude, trust me, the way I learned OBS was the way I learned everything else. I literally just spent a day looking at YouTube guides on like how to set things up and following the most menial instructions and doing a ridiculous amount of testing and still messing things up. It's a lot of experimentation. That's why I went to Streamlabs OBS, because OBS is very obtuse. It's very much, alright, here's the environment, get started. While Streamlabs OBS is a little bit more user-friendly. Actually, it's a lot more user-friendly. It's kind of like coding basic versus visual basic. And look at us, we're in chapter 8 now. Premiere. Alright, real fast, I need to use the restroom. So we're going to take a quick break as we start a new chapter. And we'll see what we do next. Be right back. Okay, we're back. Alright, real fast. Let me pull up the key chart. Since I know we got all the keys in the last chapter, let's see how many keys are in this chapter. Alright, so apparently there's only one key in this chapter. And it's during the boss fight. Okay. Alright, from the start of the area, run directly to the lowest wall ahead. Duck down, take cover behind it. Climb down, take the handgun ammo behind the low wall, wait for the gaze. Then climb up to the floor nearby and take cover behind. Run to the right, take cover, and there'll be a low section. Man, this is looks like it's buried in there. But it looks like it's behind a very low section of the wall. A very small wall section that's crumbled away. So let's probably on the very... Who am I kidding? It's probably going to be the very opposite, most furthest corner of the entire boss fight arena. Alright. This is a boss fight chapter, sounds like. Hardly surprising. You were talking about Streamlabs OBS? Oh, I don't know. Streamlabs OBS is a lot easier than OBS. By design, of course.
Dare to destroy my work? You expect me to bend to your will?
No, Mr. Stefano, I expect you to die.
Thinking they could sculpt me into what I am not. What they created in here. It's marvelous. They wasted it because they had no imagination. Because they are not artists. They want to control me, manipulate me. You want to stop me, but you have failed. Because with the power of the core,
Hey, Umbra.
I can create
How you doing tonight?
art forever.
You think the paintings are your friends, but I was born with them, molded by them. Do-do-do-do-do-do. It is getting very grainy in here.
What the hell is he doing to these people?
He's not gonna have a head.
This chase has been entertaining. But even the greatest entertainments must come to an end. The girl! Where is she? I commend you for making it this far. If perseverance were an art form, you would be a master. Perhaps not Michelangelo, but a Van Gogh. at the
Enough
least.
art school bullshit. Where is she?
The core is safe with me. I took her on his orders. But once I realized the extent of her powers, how could I possibly hand her over? What I'm doing is
Shadows, when they revealed the specs for Call of Duty Cold War, and that's where a lot of people were talking about, dude, what the hell? Why is it up to 250 gigs of space? What's up with this game? And another thing was like, well, if you want to run optimal settings, then you need to get like at least a 3080. It's like, what do you mean at least a 3080? I think just came out. How is this? What? How on earth is this game optimized? What is going on? Activision is snorting some weird stuff.
Picasso had his blue period. I have entered my crimson period.
Crimson period. I don't get it.
Don't! Behold my latest creation.
There's just blood everywhere. I don't know why he calls it his Crimson Period. So he kidnapped everybody in town just to do this. At least they weren't turned into zombies. Yeah, I don't get it, Griffin. He keeps calling it his Crimson Period, but I don't see anything that could be crimson. I just see a lot of red blood. I don't understand the reference.
Beautiful. Okay, flesh, blood.
Sick bastard!
How will I ever top this? I'll find a way. Her fear is always inspiring. Nothing like the corruption of innocence to spark the fire of creation. Cannot have her. You would do nothing with her power. You are an uncomprehending Neanderthal. She's useless in your hands.
Okay, Kojima.
I'm coming for you, asshole.
Super Mario Galaxy.
Holy shit.
Okay, one of these short walls has an angel statue behind it. Well, this is the pistol ammo that the guide was talking to me about. Oh, there it is. Sweet. We're doing a lot of sneaking in this game. Nice landing. I'm willing to bet that whatever happens when I'm in that light is not good. Success. To be fair, the GPU in the Series X is close to performance of its 3070. Yeah. And I guess that's good for what they're optimizing Call of Duty to be, but man. I was listening to somebody earlier talk about it, and they were like, yeah, the average game computer has like like a 2070. I'm like, the average computer does not have a 2070 in it. Get over yourself. That is not the average computer. Why do everybody think that the average computer is a gaming computer? The average computer is an office PC. An office PC that's like outdated even 5 years ago. That's why people enjoy indie games or browser games. Because they're not that graphically demanding. It's even like that report that Steam put out by the MPDs a couple months ago where I think it was like only 2% of all gamers actually play games with a 4K setting. That's because most people either don't have 4K capable machines or 4K monitors. But like the average person, you know, does not have. I never like it when people assume that the average person is the top of the line person. The top of the line person is not an average person. Like you're conflating what the word average means. All right, you know what this is setting up. There's a save point, there's ammo, and there's crafting material. You know there's a boss fight right around the corner. This game is not subtle. Alright, let's cash in this key. Alright, we don't have enough.
I see you're in need of my services again.
Wait, we have freeze bolts? When did we ever have a freeze bolt? This is the first time we ever had this. Oh, we've never found condensers, that's for sure. Interesting. It's because PC gamers prefer... Yeah, see, most people are going to prefer like much higher frame rate over resolution. Because most people... I think the average gamer, quote-unquote, prefers resolution over frame rate, but really most people, I think, appreciate, their brain at least appreciates, better frame rate than resolution. But you know, you use the big numbers when you're selling these things. This here boy gets all the 4Ks, it gets all the 5Gs, it gets all the hertz, it gets all the FPSs. It does all those things. With a very affordable payment plan. It gets all the miles per hour. Okay. We're not going to use our freeze bolts on this dude. What do we have a lot of? Explosive bolts. That's crowd control though. Harpoon is always good. Alright, so we're going with shotgun. Pistol's always good, but let's go with electricity, because one thing I noticed with those knife ladies is that they're very fast. The first time we fought Stefano, he was teleporting all over the place. If we can stun him and then shoot him with a firebolt, then that might actually really just deflate him. Man, the dramatic music just plays as soon as you enter.
Come along. I'm waiting. My next piece will be amazing. The full absorption of her powers, the subjugation of her will. It will be art in every sense of the word. But what is art without an audience? I need you here to make the piece complete.
That's not how it's gonna end.
Die, you monster. You don't belong here. Man, that's like the fourth first aid kit that we see and we can't use. But yeah, why Call of Duty is demanding so much out of people's memory, and it's just ridiculous to me. I'm like, I don't understand.
Come on. Show me what you've got.
Here's the thing, though. Like, Cold War doesn't look like it's running on the same engine as Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare looked amazing. It's one of the times where it's like, holy crap, the in-game graphics are just as good. They're the same thing as the cinematics. There is no difference. It is that good. And Cold War looks like it's a step back. I feel they're using a different engine for Cold War. Sebastian, thank you. You got my plaque ready and everything, I suppose. I think they said normal specs would require a 1080, I believe.
No more games. Agreed. You're beginning to bore me.
Oh, that's an insult.
Your death will be art. It's time to put a signature on it. You cannot hide from what you cannot. Damn it. You're going to regret that.
Am I?
You can't avoid
Oh, shit.
You're going to need more than that.
Shit. That was a good time, though.
Hold still for the camera. You won't be so lucky next time.
Oh, come on, man.
I've had enough of this. Here.
Okay, that's a problem.
There will be nothing left when I'm done. I'll take care of you myself.
Oh, shit.
How much more can you take? No sense in running. What composition? You can't hide forever.
What are those things?
Believe me. Philistine.
Oh, shit.
My sword.
Oh, shit.
Give me your blood.
Damn it, he's faster than me.
How much more can you take?
We gotta get him on the...
You're going to pay for that.
Alright, here's what we do.
Can't hide forever. Believe me. There will be nothing left when I'm done. I'll take care of you myself.
I got you first.
How much more can you take? No sense in running.
Shit.
Philistine. You're going to pay for that.
I was trying to set up a tripwire. Oh, sweet. Yeah, come over here.
You're going to pay for that.
You just hit my trap bolt.
Philistine.
Damn it.
There will be nothing left of you when I'm done. I'll take care of you myself. I'm sick of this. No sense in running. What composition? Philistine.
Haha! Haha! Take that.
Pay for that.
Got the axe on him.
Die. Alex.
Ooh, nice. The needles go into him. Ooh, got him right in the family jewels there. Never underestimate traps. Hey, how's it going, Drake? Sorry, I couldn't really respond. I was in the middle of fighting a boss.
I had so much left to create. You've destroyed my legacy. Look at me. You made me into a masterpiece. Master Gordons. If only I had my camera. Where did it go?
We still don't know where our daughter is, though. First try.
Still time. For one last photo.
Nice.
Lily! Don't be afraid, honey. It's me, Dad.
No, no, you're not. Dad is dead.
Honey, I know that's what they told you, but it's not true. Lily, please.
I am your father. No,
Come out,
that's not
Lily.
true. That's
You
impossible.
don't have to hide.
Got a goopy lady.
Come to Mother, Lily. I will protect you.
Oh, it's our wife. Except she's a weird lady.
Get away. You can't have her.
So she's the cause of all the weird goopy people. Oh, damn. Not this guy again.
Lily! No!
Alright, so mom and dad are having a bit of a fight now. That's what this game became. So I guess when his wife went to go investigate and came here, she just became part of the system or something? Or just became one of the monsters? Or maybe either she's a victim of the circumstances or she fell victim. I mean, she could have fell victim, but she could... How? I don't know. Maybe she is the cause of this.
I'll be out here for you, and someone else will be in there for you.
Kidman. She knew about Lyra.
Because the first game, the Psycho Killer, we were trapped there because of his machinations. In this one... Maybe our wife is the one who's creating this nightmare world to protect the kid?
Shit.
Maybe she was trying to fight all of the corporation? Oh, chapter 9 already. Another evil. Wow, we actually used all of our healing potions. We almost used our first aid kit. Oh, cool. So all the little treasures we've been finding are actually here on the shelf. That's cool. That means there's a lot that we missed. That's cool, though. Well, that's new. This isn't our office, is it? Where's the black cat? Kind of think of it.
What is this? Where's the mirror?
Turns out the Evil Within 2 is actually just a giant metaphor for domestic divorce. It's subtle that way. Wow, we didn't use any of our sniper rifle. Well, I don't know, there wasn't really an opportunity to. Whoa.
Where is this place?
What is this place? Everybody always asks, where is this place? Nobody ever asks, how is this place? I'm actually really proud of us getting a chance to use our axe on Stefano when we countered his little knife ploy. I was like, haha, taste your own medicine.
This symbol looks familiar. Like I've seen it in the real world.
What is this? That was a fun little fight. When I realized soon on that Stefano was just going to teleport all over the place and chase me no matter where I ran, that's why I put my back into a corner and just set traps. Because I'm like, if he's just going to rush me, then I might as well just set traps. And what do you know, it worked. At least he wasn't like the camera monster. The camera monster would stalk you, and it would jump over the traps. And I was like, I can't use traps against that thing. But Stefano was weak against traps. That's good. That's cool to know.
Welcome
I mean, it's some sort of weird dungeon. But for torture, for prison, it's unclear. Oh my god, we're so dumb. We need to craft healing potions. Is it too late? It's too late, isn't it? Yeah, it's too late. Alright. Just don't get hit. You have to be extra cautious then. Sebastian. Oh, thank God. Medical syringe. Came through with a bone. I could just load the save. I could, but I think we're better than that. As we venture into an unknown dungeon. Into our mental hellscape of our mind. I'm sure it'll be fine, probably. Am I missing something? Or is this a dead end? Of course there's no... Wait, what's that say? Get your bearings. Working on it. Was there a second door that I missed? Oh, we didn't go down this hallway. Alright, that's probably a hint that there's going to be chandeliers to drop on dudes.
Oh, shit.
He's probably
Looks
not...
like they were burned alive. Torture devices. This place is almost medieval.
Not a direction I expected the game to go in. Being teleported to a weird medieval torture dungeon. Oh, hello. Secret area. Yay! Wait, this could be a trap. Oh yeah. Sure as fuck is a trap. Can't tell which is worse, the fact that I knew that was coming or the fact that they knew that I knew it was coming and they still did it. Because I don't know if it's just because maybe I play a lot of these games and I'm like, this is a trap, and it ends up being a trap. Is that the game design for being too obvious, or is it just me being too veteran? I don't know. How far have you gotten? Hey Noel, how's it going tonight? We are in chapter 9. We just beat Valentino. And we just found that our wife is a big goopy monster lady. And she's trying to protect our daughter. But I can't tell if it's because she became a monster to protect the daughter, and maybe this town is a representation of the nightmare she wants in guarding her against everything, including me. Or if there's another outside influence that turned her into a monster to safeguard the girl for whatever purpose the girl has. She has some power. I don't know. It's kind of going one way or the other. But yeah, basically to beat Stefano, what I did is I just holed up in a corner and I just planted electric and explosive bombs everywhere, and he just kept running into them and died. Because I realized he was just going to keep chasing me, so I just kept laying traps down, and I kept walking into them. He didn't deliberately do it. I would specifically kite him closer to it. But like once you kind of saw the pattern, you could see the pattern. It was a fun fight, though. I liked it. It wasn't too overbearing. Okay. And now we're in this weird dungeon area. But now that I know they're going to be cheeky, gotta check my corners now. I hear that, dude. Alright, hold on. I need to sneeze. Phew, okay. It's good when you can sneeze, like you sense it coming and it happens. I hate it when you know you're about to sneeze and it doesn't come, and then you're like, God damn it. Alright. Voted for me for president? That would be very dangerous. I would be very radical. And if I were president, this is my power fantasy. If I were president, the first thing I would do is have a presidential podcast. Kind of like the old fireside chats, except it would actually be a podcast. I would take my job very seriously, of course. And what I would do is I would make sure every single month to interview every single senator individually one-on-one and just question them, poke holes in them, and really put their feet under the fire. And if they refuse to come on my podcast show, I would publicly shame them for it. I would do that for all 500-odd senators. I mean, all 100 senators, but all 500 whatever people in the House of Representatives. I would make sure to do that. Because I want to make sure the good ones stay in there, and the bad ones that are just, career politicians who don't care about people, they just want to have an easy salary for the rest of their life, expose those people publicly. I won't do anything to them. I'm not going to press them, but I will publicly shame them. I would absolutely do that. 570, thank you. I thought it was like 536 or something. 570, thank you. And yes, I would do that. I would also tell people and be realistic, being like, hey, if you think I'm going to do this, or this, that's not what the president does. That's not my job. I will, however, defer to this person to make this decision. I would also read every single law that people pass forward, those giant 300-page omnibuses that those old dinosaurs never read. I would actually read that, and I would call attention to it, even though I have no direct influence in there. Because I'm the president, I'm going to use my speaking platform to publicly ridicule all the positions that I do not like, or at the very least throw suspicion on them. How do I get there? Is it the adjacent cell? Is it this weird gear mechanism? It's probably this weird gear mechanism. I would really promote education. I wouldn't do anything stupid like college is free, because that's not how you get people to learn. What you do is you encourage the people that want to learn, and you don't give a free pass to the people that just want a free pass. I don't believe in that. I would also throw more weight into investigations of suspicious. Oh, I'd actually also empower the governors of every state to do more for their state and actually involve them more, because if the Senate ever voted against me as president, I could get the states to vote against the senators and override them. I would have those sides play against each other to get whatever was on my agenda passed. You don't have to do anything crazy like sign executive orders. That's like the easy way to do things. I would rather do it where I get it the legal way, but I get it because both sides want to play against each other. That's what I would do. And because I'm the president and most people assume that I have so much control over things I don't have control, I can use that illusion to my advantage and influence people to be like, hey, I need you to harass your local governors and senators to do this because they don't care about you in this manner. I would directly pit them against them. In that method, it may sound nefarious, but I always tell people, I told Shadows this for the longest time, sometimes you have to be a villain to do the right thing. And what I'm doing is I'm getting people and I'm giving ammo directly to the people to educate them, and I'm not going to do it for everybody because not everybody cares. There's always 6 avenues of people in any given crowd. I'm just scoping out the environment before we do anything. It's clear we need something to open these mechanisms. I don't know what we're looking for though. There's always the people that will always agree with you, the people that will always disagree with you, the people that say they want one thing and will agree with you if you agree with them, the people that want whatever the opposite is that you go with, so no matter what you do, they're going to go the opposite way, the people that don't care either way, and the people that are not knowledgeable of the entire situation. The completely ignorant people. People always assume there's always 2 sides to an issue. There isn't. There's 6 sides to an issue. It's not my... Shit. I love max stealth. It allows me to do stuff like this. So yeah, that's my campaign promise to you. Is that I completely promise to be very irreverent to whatever the mass desires. And do whatever the hell I want by accomplishing it by giving people the power to allow me to do what I want. I'm not going to take the power. I'm going to give you the power to give me the power. Therefore, it's okay. Because unlike taking the power and doing it, people will oppose it because it wasn't their choice. It wasn't their consent. However, if I give you the power and you give it right back to me, you're okay with me doing whatever I wanted. And that's the difference. It's not what I do, it's how I do it. But I'm not old enough to run for president. You have to be at least 35. I'm getting there, but I'm not there yet. But yeah, the presidential podcasting would be, in my opinion, the most influential part that I personally want to do. Because communication, it's like anything else. Rules without reason creates rebellion. If I at least explain my reasoning, it doesn't matter if the other person understands it. They can't say they weren't informed of why I chose to do something. I don't necessarily want people's consent. I want people's understanding.
Need a crank handle to turn it.
Ooh, this is some Resident Evil stuff. I hope it's a square crank or a hexagonal crank. Alright, so did we see a crank anywhere? Neither of those losers had one. That's a pipe. Yo, man, you got a crank in there? Oh, that's an angel statue. Alright, we need to make sure to come back here. But yeah, I would build a position based on cold-hearted logic. The people that enjoy emotional pleas will hate me, but that's okay. They were gonna hate me anyway, so it's not relevant. Alright. Yo, you got a square crank in there? And I see shotgun ammo. Where is a square crank? I'm running around in circles. Oh, well, here's a door we haven't been in. I think. There it is. If my podcast is cool enough and I get enough of the youth to listen to it, what I'm gonna do is just ask them to read. I don't care what you read. Just read more. By virtue of reading, people are gonna discover their strengths, their interests, increase their vocabulary just by doing that. You don't tell them, like, read the dictionary. You know, I was told that once as a kid, just read the encyclopedia. I was actually told that as a kid. Now, there were some parts of the encyclopedia I actually read, and they're actually kind of cool. But it's the driest, dullest way of encouraging people to read. I just want people to read more often. And I'm not going to do anything cheesy, such as reading is cool, and have, like, a bear on a skateboard. You know, I'm not going to do the 90s imagery like that, because that's a cheap gimmick. I want people to genuinely do it because they want to do it. Oh, and whenever I go to the presidential debates, I'm going to make sure that I'm very physically fit, and I have a lot of crowd-pleasing things to do, such as magic tricks, maybe some breakdancing, or whatever, because during the 2 minutes that my opponent is doing something, and they're throwing shade on me, I will be very respectful to them, and I'm going to do something like juggling. And if they stop and get distracted by me juggling, I'm just going to explain, I'm not saying anything or insulting you, but I am providing entertainment to the masses, because in 2 minutes I can't properly assess any of the stringent pillar issues that we're discussing here. However, I advise you to give me a follow on these social links here, and during my next podcast, we're going to dive deep into those issues. In the meanwhile, please enjoy this juggling.
Looks like I can use this.
Because me juggling or me breakdancing is just as effective and just as relevant as the nonsense talking in circles that we're doing right now. I might as well be doing something interesting visually for the people here. I'll be like, dude, I'm distracting you, can't you tell? If you can't even focus on one debate, how good are you going to be at the national level? I'm just distracting you. Don't even listen to me. I'm just dancing, dude. Don't worry about it. I would do that on national television. Okay, of course they all get out. That's okay. I didn't see any especially dangerous. These are all just regular mooks, so it won't be an issue. Now, if it was like a bunch of chubby dudes, if it was big boys, or if it was the knife ladies, yeah, we'd have problems here. But these are just grunts. Ain't even worried about them. Okay. Sometimes the world doesn't need like a genius, it just needs a cynic to fix its problems. I will, because one thing I genuinely do believe in is I do kind of want to go back to where the forefathers intended people to run for government offices to be people who know what they're talking about, like lawmen, attorneys, doctors, even plumbers, and people that represent the actual common man. Not a bunch of career politicians who do nothing but talk crap all the time and just run on ridiculous, overpriced, just wasting the public's money. Like, that's not representing the common man. And also, most of the time, they just sign off on bills they don't know anything about. Like, get some IT technicians, get some engineers, get people that are equipped to solve problems and do so as their regular life. Get people who fix cell phones even, you know? Like, people that cook food. It's like, I don't need some overpriced person to do this. I knew that guy was coming up. Yeah, get over here. No, well, the knife ladies needed a wound, then shoot. Yeah, we've actually experimented with them. If we body shot them with a harpoon, we can get them with the next stealth. They are definitely easy to stun with the electric bolts. They stay stunned for a long time, but they also take a lot of hits. But if you just hit them in the head with a harpoon bolt, they die instantly. Harpoon cannon is the best. Harpoon cannon fire! I loved saying that. Every time they said in Skies of Arcadia. I almost had the stealth on that guy. Oh, and it's for a I thought it was red juice. Oh, that was not worth a bottle. That was not worth a bottle. And we need to get to the other side and make sure to get that angel statue, though. That guy have a steel mask on? He does have a steel mask on. Go over there. Is Resident Evil Revelations 2 all of a sudden? Ooh, somebody lived through that? Don't tell me the man in the Iron Mask lived through that. Whoa. Alright, men in the Iron Mask are pretty strong. Shit. The guy's like, where did that guy go? With Skies of Arcadia, wish they had a sequel. That would have been cool, like with the moon people, the Lunarians, I think they were called. Yeah, based on that society, that would have been cool. I would play that. Oh yeah, Umbra, you brought up an excellent point. I have always opposed lifetime terms. Not just on federal judges. Like, you can have long terms, that's fine, but not lifetime. And same thing for senators. No such thing as lifetime terms. That is ridiculous. That is how we get dinosaurs there who don't even know what the internet is because they grew up in an age where their family crossed the country in a covered wagon. And they're making laws and policies about concepts they don't understand. I cannot, but we need to refresh the brains in our society. If we're going to have modern values, one of the things that should help that is not just education of the people and communication with the people, but also education and improvement of the people that actually are making these policies and laws. And one of the first things about that is term limits. It's already shenanigans that they're allowed to vote themselves raises that are immune against any sort of inflation. I hate that they're allowed to give themselves raises, and I also hate the fact that they're allowed to I also hate the fact that they get a salary for life. That is nonsense. Because once you get like that sort of political position, it doesn't matter. Once you retire, you still get paid a salary for the rest of your life. That is shenanigans. Some people just want a House of Representatives seat just so they can constantly get that. One thing I would do on my podcast is for every state representative that I have on, I probably will do one a week because we have to go through 570 of them. Maybe even twice a week. But what first thing I would do is I would just have their report card, because I'm like, if we're supposed to be accountable to our constituents, I believe, transparently so, since we have nothing to hide after all, let's go through all of the bills that and how you voted for them during your last term. If they serve multiple terms, how about let's just the last 5 years, you know? Because bills take a long time to go through anyway. And like, okay, so you voted yes on this, you voted no on this, you voted yes on this, you voted on this. I would open with like, okay, what are your values? Like, what do you stand for? It's okay to have different values of different people. We want diversity. That's what produces better results. We don't just want an echo chamber in our society. We don't want mass majority rules. That is the worst thing you could do for a country, is have an actual true democracy. People think democracy is the point of it. No, liberty is the point of it. Having the freedom to choose what you want. Democracy is not what you want. Democracy is mob rule. Majority rules on everything is a terrible idea. Liberty is a good idea. Representation is a good idea. Democracy is not a good idea. People do not understand the principles they are asking for. But yeah, even if they don't remember, that's okay. I'm going to refresh them. I'm going to refresh their memories. It's cool. I'll be like, all right, so you stand for this, you stand for this. Cool. Let's go over how you voted to reflect that. Okay, this makes sense, this makes sense. I don't know, this over here doesn't make sense. Let's discuss this. I'm not here to judge you. I'm just here to point out your inconsistencies and make you transparent and accountable to your constituents. If you can't handle at least that, then you have no business being a public representative. But if you can be like, oh, I don't remember why I voted this way. Okay. Can you at least understand the reasoning? What was your headspace? You know, give us something here. Because if your answer to anything, especially something that affects the lives of millions of people, is I don't know, then get out of this seat. And I would just tell people, it's like, look, I'm not here to judge your representative. This representative of so-and-so state, just consider what was said, and next time elections come up, maybe consider the other alternatives. That's all I'm going to say. So yeah, this has become an unexpectedly political, but this isn't political. I think this is philosophical. I don't think the two are necessarily so apart. We're talking about political philosophy. We're not talking about, because this applies to anything. This applies no matter what side of the fence you sit on. And like I said, some people think the fence is just 2 sides. It's not. The fence is 6 sides. Who saw me? Yay, crossbow poach. I will take that +1 crossbow ammo any day. Because I don't necessarily want a whole bunch of people to agree with me. That's useless. What I do want people is to think for themselves Like, if you have a different position from me, let's discuss this. Let's understand where we stand. And most importantly, let's compromise on where we can be in the middle so that way we can move forward. Because if we're just going to be like, I'm going to stay where I am and I'm not budging, and you're going to stay where you are, you're not budging, that's not progress. That's not discussion. That's not negotiation. Because you know what that usually results in? That usually results in a system where if the only way is one of us has to be removed, then I'm going to shoot you. That way there's nobody to oppose me, and I proceed forward with my thing. Or you shoot me. One of the two. That should be the last resort. It should never come to that, because we should be rational people that are able to discuss where we stand and not do so by attacking the other person's character. It doesn't matter for the person who, like, if your senator was a psychopathic killer, if he still was well educated, knew what he was talking about, and was like the best economist out there, I would still hire him. Because I'm not hiring him to kill a bunch of people, which apparently he's good at. But I would also hire him because of his economic theory. But I know people would be like, this person tweeted something bad in 2012. Don't vote them. It's like, okay. I explored everything, right? I think so. Why you gotta make me rapidly tap this? Yeah, that cult symbol looks like the Los Illuminados. I don't know. I've been playing games with so many different cults. They all kind of look alike. I guess we're getting a signal down here in our dungeon. We don't have a map, but we have a signal. Oh, that reminds me. Ba-doop, boop, boop. Ooh, hello. All of these rooms are probably traps. And I don't have too many shotgun shells. Alright, so over here we're actually going to have to pay attention to our radio because there's no map down here. And I'll still get lost even though it's a hallway with just one direction. Looks like it might be in this room. Yeah, the resonance is coming from here.
Hello? Can anybody hear me? Wait. No. Still here. It wasn't all a dream. Hello? Can anybody hear me?
But yeah, that's where I stand politically.
Do whatever you want.
Every other social issue, we can discuss the nuances on it, because it's a wide spectrum. Still want to play Kadoka, but now I know there's a way to be able to power that game very early on. Sure. Vagrant Story. Drop the game because I forgot where it was. That game's dungeons, it doesn't help the fact that every single room is just either a block puzzle or a very long fight. It's mostly block puzzles. And they all look alike. If people want to talk about the art style, yes. In the cinematics, the game looks very good. The actual gameplay of what you're doing in the game gets very dull. Oh, the crafting system isn't very clear. It's how you're supposed to succeed. There's really no way past that, but it's not clear. You are absolutely right. Like, I was following a guide, but even then I'm like, this is so obtuse. They don't do a good job explaining it, and yet it's the key to your success. So I understand why a lot of people got frustrated and dropped the game. Because if you are not crafting and you are not making super effective gear all the time, then you're going to have a bad time with that game. Because you're going to hit walls very quickly where everything's just clobbering you for ridiculous damage, and you're doing jack. You might as well be using a butter knife. And you are constantly switching your gear and your equipment. Constantly. Are you going to come alive, man? And be a spooky? Yeah, if a game is so... It's like this game. I started Evil Within 2 when it first came out, got up very little into it, and just got distracted by a bunch of other stuff. So at this point, it's like, it's been so long, I didn't get very far. I might as well just start over again, because it's basically fresh. I certainly didn't get this far. I dropped it during Chapter 3. And because I have such bad memory, it really doesn't change anything. Oh. How literal.
What's going on?
Symbolism. Why do we fall, Master Bruce? That looks very dark in there. Oh, that was weird.
I didn't only love your wife. You refused to see. It's all your fault. You are a failure. Your daughter was lost because of you.
I guess that's why they're called the Lost here.
Save her.
Stop judging me, Wall.
Who are you? What do you want with me?
It always starts with a mansion.
You cannot change your past. You can only embrace it. Go toward it. Don't avoid it.
Is that Lily?
Ow. Whoa. This is the new foe. Whoa, we got a fireman here. Are we fighting this dude? I hope not. That's the second time we... Oh, shit. These guys very clearly want to melee me. That's bad. Holy flip. Alright, fuck this. We're leaving. Wait, we can't leave, can we? Shit. Okay. Crossbow bolt. I choose you. Ironically, I don't think the... Actually, let's smoke bolt them. Alright, too close. Danger close there. How's it going, Grim? Alright, when in doubt, use explosives. Alright, so... Okay, it turns out their weaknesses are legs. Alright, we got firemen here. So headshots don't do anything. Explosives work on pretty much everything. And it looks like the handgun might actually be the smartest thing against them. Because they took that bolt to the chest pretty darn well. These guys are clearly dudes who lift, but they all skip leg day. So we're going to use that to our advantage. Exactly, Grim. They make the fatal mistake. They skip leg day. Amateur mistake. They think it's all about the muscle. And they all got chicken legs for it.
Stefano. This guy knew him.
I think these guys were deliberately meant to be a check against crossbows and shotguns. Alright, let's look around. There could be some hidden collectibles around here. But yeah, I'm doing great tonight. And yeah, it's not Wednesday, but remember, Grim, I usually stream on Sundays and Tuesdays. I only stream on Wednesday if A, I just find the opportunity and I end up skipping on a Sunday or Tuesday, or B, the game's just so darn good that I want to keep playing it, or C, I feel like it. You gonna jump down? Thanks. But yeah, typically Sunday and Tuesday is what I do my best to commit to. Oh, what's up? Well, this looks like an interesting room, and the fact they give me a save point right before it, I will take that. Goldfish brand thing? That's why you should hit that bell so you are notified every time I go online. Or whatever. Alright, explosive bolts. A couple of those guys. 5 is good there. So at least make one there. We're going to test to see if these guys are weak against sniper rifle bullets. If we can't blow off their head, perhaps we can at least blow off their leg so they don't run after us, because if we're all about running after us, blowing off their leg might be a priority.
Detective Castellanos. Good to see you again.
Collect this guy. Nice. Eight shotgun shells in that locker, by the way. That's crazy good. That's worth 40 gunpowder. Low tonight's 44? Man. Must be nice. The lowest it got was during the cold snap during October, which always happens during Halloween. Even over here, it got to like 50 something, which is the lowest temperature I've ever noticed it over here in Texas. But yeah, it reminded me of the good old nice Georgia nights where it's like 30 at night and then 80 in the afternoon. And it's like, yep, classic Georgia winter. Alright, I think we wanted... Oh, you know what? These guys grab us a lot, but we get out of them because we're on easy mode. This might be the part where we think about investing no grabby hands. It costs us a bottle, but it prevents... It prevents grabby hands. At least it says it prevents most grabby hands. I don't know if it prevents all grabby hands, like those fire dudes' grabby hands. But no grabby hands might be worth getting. But we're going to get that after we get... shoot better. So now we have shoot better stance. So we'll see how that helps. I don't know. Less kickback. I don't think it really matters on most of the weapons we use. But a little bit never hurts. And I think at this time, we'll invest in no grabby hands next time. When it's like mid-60s, that's my perfect temperature. I love it. I always tell people, all these people that brag about it being too hot or too cold, whatever. It's all relative. To me, the best temperature for me is 68 degrees. That's perfect. Anything higher is getting warm. Anything lower is getting too chilly. 68, perfect. That's what I prefer. Which is why I'm in Texas. Or in the summer, it's triple digits constantly. That's okay. I don't like humidity, is the thing. High temperatures are fine if it's a dry heat, because you can always just, wear a hat or just stay in the shade or a fan. But if it's humid, you can't escape that. I've always hated that about Georgia, is the humidity. I always melted. Alright, let's bust ourselves out of a weird fire prison. Yeah, I'm a snowman. I love it when it snows. I love it when it's icy and cool. I never want to see a day that's under 30 degrees. I'd rather have it chillier, like minus 10 or minus 20 degrees. My name's Mr. Freezemeister. I'm Mr. Snow. Alright, what's going on here? Oh yeah, that's the other thing. If I become president, I'm gonna build a giant freeze ray and have tons of freeze puns. Like, everybody just chill out. Or what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. I'll say stuff like that. I'll be like, cool party. And everyone's like, you always start that. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Oh, hey. Angel statue. But yeah, no, Michigan, hell no. One of my best friends lives in Michigan. Or, no, I was like, he used to live in Minnesota. But I think lives in Michigan now. And yeah, like any of those lake states where it's literally snowing 8 months out of the year, that's a little too much. I believe everything in moderation. That's my campaign slogan right there. Everything in moderation. I like snow. I don't want snow all the time. Since we're at a save point, let's go ahead and cash this key in real fast. It could be something good. It's worth taking 30 seconds to cash a key in. But yeah, that's why you hear that fan in the background squeaking. I really should oil it. It's the little pin that keeps it rotating, but I should really do something about that.
Don't worry, Detective. This won't hurt a bit.
Ooh, weapon parts. 200 weapon parts. Nice. Always appreciated. Dude, there's so many mosquitoes where I live, and I hate it. Mosquitoes during the summer are just savage. And they're smart, too. They know to, like, travel inside with you. They also come out through the plumbing, too, which is annoying. Look, you'll go in the bathroom, and there's, like, 3 mosquitoes, and you're like, what the hell? And I've been told by people, yeah, they'll come out through the plumbing. It's like, motherfucker, these goddamn mosquitoes are fucking smart in this game. Why? Where I live, not in this game. But yeah, effing mosquitoes. Okay, we got some sort of puzzle room here. Let's figure out what we got here. Oh yeah, the squeaking you hear is my fan. But if it helps you think of it as background noise for this game, go ahead and think so. It adds to the ambiance. Alright, so we're probably going to have to line up shadows to make this symbol. That's probably what we're going to have to do. Okay, let's solve this puzzle. Oh no, we're probably going to have to make blood go through all the trenches, aren't we? That looks good. Oh, it's one of those where you turn it and it impacts everything. That's probably wrong. Alright, so that's correct there. And then we need to fix these two back here. Alright, so let's see. How's the blood supposed to come out? We probably just need to rotate the big one 180 degrees, I think. Oh yeah, buy the silicone spray. Just fix it with that silicone. I'm actually gonna probably spray with some silicone spray. That callback. That motherfucker. Yeah, there we go. Easy peasy. Tomb Raider had harder turn puzzles. Speaking of, Square Enix, don't give up on Tomb Raider. If anything, sell all your Eidos IP that you don't care about, like Deus Ex and Tomb Raider. I mean, you already sold Hitman, but sell the other two to Microsoft or something like that, please. Please, don't let them die. Just let them be free like Hitman. That's how Hitman 2 ended up being as good as it is, because Square Enix didn't make it. They sold the rights to people who wanted to make it, and that's why Hitman 2 ended up being so good. It's like, please do the same thing for Deus Ex and Tomb Raider. It's very clear you don't care about them. Just sell them. Sell them to people who are going to take care of them. Give them good homes. You treat them like unwanted basement children. I don't like saying redheaded stepchild, because I actually know one or two redheaded stepchilds and they're good people. I'm like, that seems a bit insensitive. So I'm like, I'm gonna say unwanted basement children, because I don't think anybody wants a weird mongoloid gremlin in their basement. So Ubisoft, Graham, it's funny you mentioned that. I was just talking to Shadow and a few other people that it's so weird. Watch Dogs Legion came out last week. I completely forgot about that game, and it seems like it's the quietest release. Nobody's talking about it. Not even Ubisoft's talking about it. You go to Ubisoft, they're like, Assassin's Creed coming out like this month, new gen release, all the cool shit about Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And it's like they're doubling down on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and they kind of just quietly release Watch Dogs, and they're like, I mean, you can buy it if you want, but like, if you don't want to, it's cool. Buy Assassin's Creed, that's all I'm saying. And I'm like, this game has been in development for like, it feels like 3 years. And like, this is what came out of it. I think this was during their stage, like during the Tom Clancy Breakpoint, when Ubisoft kind of publicly said, I kind of realized that we're making very boring, samey games, and we need to step back and re-examine how we're approaching these. Which is true. They were getting very stale. But I think Watch Dogs Legions may have suffered hopefully the end of that, and they're facing a new wave of innovation. Which is all the more why I'm disappointed they don't have a Super Mario XCOM 2, because that game was excellent. That game was better than any right to be. This is a lovely place.
Sebastian Castellanos.
Castellanos, he says it.
Finally come. I've been waiting for you.
Who the hell are you?
My followers call me Father Theodore. I hope that you will call me that too, friend.
Another lunatic with a god complex, huh? I already killed one of you today.
Of course you did. That is how you deal with every challenge in your life.
This guy's voice sounds familiar.
Force and intimidation. And look where it has led you. Into a hell of your own making. Lower your weapon. Use your mind instead of your fists for once. We have the same goal, Sebastian. We can help each other. Join me. You will be reunited with your daughter. And I will have the power of the core.
I already know who has Lily.
Yes. And Myra won't give her up so easily.
that I could tell you, but you are not ready. You must be folded into my flock before I can share that knowledge.
I said tell me where she is!
Accept my invitation. I can lead you away from your own darkness. I can lead you to Lily.
Sorry, I'm not a follower.
So be it.
Oh, don't make me fight a bunch of fire dudes.
You have so much pain. The events of the past haunt you every moment. I showed you the path here. You must learn that I am here to help.
Yeah, apparently it's Father Theodore.
Return to me when
Oh, I thought it was gonna make the fire in the
we can escape
symbol of the
our
cult.
natural
That would have been more thematic.
Not as adversaries, but as allies. Farewell for now, Sebastian.
Ron Sewer. What else was he in? What's some of the big name stuff he was in?
Wait.
Look who finally woke up. About time.
Who are you?
I could use a little help here. You know how to use a gun, right?
I've covered wars, you know.
Take that side. Keep shooting until they're
Oh,
dead.
this is a wave defense area? Really? Oh shit, it is, isn't it?
What's going on here?
Oh dude, RE4 up in here.
Focus on staying alive.
Oh shit.
Eat lead, mother son of a bitch. Looks like you've done this before.
Too many times to count.
Thanks, woman.
Grab some supplies while you can. I can hear more coming.
All right, but I'm getting some answers when this is all over.
We're gonna have to blow something up apparently. Why is there only pistol ammo?
Stop coming!
Oh. Shit, we should have had grabby hands.
Hey! Give me a hand over here, would ya?
Shit. Okay, maybe we should start investing in grabby hands. Oh shit, she's dead. We're dead too. Alright. Division 2 was good. Yeah, Division 2 was excellent. Mario Rabbids was very good. Theodore. Just Sinking City? Okay, maybe he just sounds like somebody else I thought. Okay. It's very clear we need to treat this very seriously.
What the hell is going on here?
We can talk later. Just focus on staying alive. Looks like you've done this before.
Too many times to count.
Grab some supplies while you can. I can hear. More coming.
All right, but I'm getting some answers when this is all over.
Come on, lady. Good save. Shit.
Aim for the head. Takes less ammo. Check the back. I can hear more on the way.
That's what we do. That was a botch. Nice, good job.
Shit! They're everywhere!
Don't let them gang up on you.
You got enough ammo?
God, I love traps. How did that do nothing?
Hey! Give me a hand over here, would ya? Good one. Hey, what the hell is that noise?
Oh, shh. Yeah. Watch out!
Oh, what are these things?
Oh, I did not mean to do that.
Just kill 'em.
Son of a bitch!
I didn't mean to use the freeze bolt, but the freeze bolt, that was good.
I think that's the last of them. Come on, we gotta keep moving. This way.
Ooh. I hate to have wasted that freeze bolt, but you know what? That was a good experiment. Alright, let's top off. Have a good night, Shadows. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks. Don't know if I could have done that on my own.
You probably couldn't.
I'm Esmeralda Torres. Sebastian. I know.
You too.
It looks like we got him for now. We should make a move.
I'm the tough Latina chick.
How did I wind up here? And who are you?
No time for 20 questions. My safe house isn't too far. We can talk on the way there. Come on.
Cool.
Take whatever you need inside. I'll be out here.
Torres, clear out that bunker. I think we've got everything we could. They mostly give us pistol ammo here. Man, there's just some times where I feel like I fire an enemy with a shotgun, it just doesn't hit them
There might be more.
for some stupid reason.
Just tell me how you know my name.
Kidman told me to keep an eye out for you.
Kidman.
She said she would try to get your help if the plan went to shit. And here you are, so...
Wait, I'm lost. What plan?
Getting Lily out of here. And then taking Mobius down for good.
Ramirez, eat this pine cone.
Wait a second.
What is it?
Is this a new section of town? Yep. Okay. New area. We're kind of moving along right now. I feel like the pace of the game was very slow and you know, open-ended. Again, not to make comparisons to The Last of Us, but the pace of this is very similar to The Last of Us Part 2, where the first section was just kind of open-ended and kind of slow with not really too much progression. Seattle Day 1. And then, like, the remaining days just kind of went, you know, at a pretty brisk pace. It's like the people at Naughty Dog played this game. They probably did. They love stealing ideas from other people. "30 parts. Sweet."
Let me guess. The way back to your safe house?
There might be another way. Come on.
Wait, hold on. Your plan. Kidman didn't say anything about that.
Yeah, well, I'm sure she wasn't able to debrief you on that in front of everybody.
She's so tough, she's the only soldier who doesn't wear protective armor like everyone else.
One of us has got to lift while the other one crawls through.
Got it. I'll just...
Get under!
Whoa, you alright? Let me
Get your
help.
ass through before I drop it on your head.
Okay, I've got it.
Thanks. You need a break after that, old man?
Come on. I'm not that old.
She's a tough, independent woman who don't need no man.
Take out Mobius all this time.
Actually, it was your wife's plan.
Wait, Myra? So that's why she's here. She's part of Mobius.
Like I said, I feel like The Last of Us took a lot from this game. It's running a lot of suspicious parallels.
You know, you should be proud of your wife. She's compelling. She recruited me for this plan.
I don't understand. Why would she join them?
She found out they had Lily and knew the only way to take them down was from the inside. So she joined up and waited for the right moment.
All these years. That's where she was.
Interesting.
Damn it.
But even though she's a double agent for Mobius,
I'm sure it is.
why is she a monster?
Let's not lose focus. We've got to get over this. Can you help me?
Yeah, of course. Ready? Hold on, I've got you.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Hey, you just gonna forget about me?
What? You thought I'd leave you hanging like that?
She one-hand lifts us because she's just that buff.
You're a part of the plan now.
She benches 430.
The plan. Right. Who else was involved in this little mutiny?
Just four of us. Me, Kidman, Myra, and Theodore.
Theodore.
Oh.
There's Theodore?
Father Theodore. I just call him Theodore Wallace. You know him?
We've met. But he doesn't want to save Lily. He wants her for himself. Tried to talk me into hunting down Myra, too. He's the one who screwed everything up. How is this whole thing supposed to go?
Once Myra and Theodore got Lily, Theodore and I were gonna get her out while Myra stayed behind to take care of Mobius. Kidman stayed outside and make sure we got out of STEM safely. Shit, it was supposed to be easy.
Nothing's ever easy.
Hmm.
Oh no.
Gotta check for secrets. There may not always be secrets, but that doesn't mean we don't check for them. Let me guess. That was your safe house.
We got trouble. Look.
Please don't be more circular saw ladies. No, no, it's probably fire dudes. That's the new level now, is fire dudes.
Follow me.
What was I supposed to look at? It just showed me smoke. This town is probably covered in fire dudes now. Because now we're up against Theodore. How weird that I'm recapping a game that also features a Theodore. Oh, it's a weird flamethrower man. That's different.
So much for your safe house.
I wouldn't put my safe house in the open like that. It's hidden, but we've got to get past those things to get there. You see that red banner behind that building?
Yeah.
The hatch to my safe house is in there.
Okay. I'll take the lead. Stay low and keep behind me.
Right. Well, listen. I've seen these things before. Don't get near them while they're on fire.
Okay, so the trick is they can't be on fire. So I'm guessing if they're not on fire, they're more vulnerable? Hmm. Yeah, take a quick water break. How's everyone doing tonight? I wonder if we can kill the flamethrower man. He seems like he's one of those optional dudes, but I kind of wonder. All right. Oh shit. Alright, so let's see if these guys are weak against sniper rifle ball shots. Not while they're on fire, though. Yeah, come over here. Investigate. Investigate, but don't turn on fire. Shit. And turn off. Turn off. Turn off. Okay. So they're invincible when they're on fire. Alright, but otherwise they die just like the rest of them. Okay, okay, okay. Still, with this kind of like long kill alley, I can't help but wonder if the flamethrower man, like if we can't snipe him from here. Between her gun and my gun, there's no way. We gotta be able to stand a chance. Is that a bolt over there? Yeah, it is. Obviously, we're gonna go for that. Or did he just walk away? And he was just there to make an entrance. Yeah, I think he just walked away. That's not... Oh, cool. That worked out better than I thought. And you just keep turning around. That guy didn't turn around even for his friend. How weird is that? I think this is also one of the few games where just being in tall grass doesn't make you stealthed. Like, the enemies in this game do not care about tall grass. Yeah, I think Flamethrower Man just kind of just left. He was like, I'm an intimidating person. I will be your next boss. And I wonder if it's going to be one of those things where you just kind of have to like trick him and then just like destroy his gas tank. Because that's what you do with literally every single flamethrower enemy ever in video games. Or if they're going to do something clever and interesting with it. Like, would it be crazy if like the gas canister was actually a monster and it like shot out tentacles or something like that if you got too close? So like Sebastian's about to go like break it and then like it shoots out like a whip tendril and slaps him away. That would be unexpected. That would be creepy and weird. And I might just be giving this game too much credit. Okay, what blocked my shot? Don't tell me that's an invisible wall. Okay, that was a flat-out miss, apparently. How am I overshooting? I'm clearly going so far over him. What? Yeah, basically a mimic. Exactly, Griffin. The backpack is just a decoy. It's just a mimic. That would be cool. That would be unexpected. Even though I'm calling it right now. Maybe I should just explosive bolt those two. Don't get up after that. Good. I actually didn't know that third guy was there, or that fourth guy was there. So I'm kind of glad he came to inspect the sniper rifle shots that were missing. As I sniped, apparently poorly, but I'm like, I don't get it. Like, I'm aiming right at them, body shots or headshots, and like, it's just zip going right over their head. I'm like, somebody needs to fix the aim sights on the sniper rifle I'm using, because I don't think it's me. Alright, as soon as we get close, the flamethrower man is going to chase us. Yeah, honestly, you're right. I forgot I'm right. The grass was half cover, so I technically was firing at disadvantage. So that's the reason why it didn't hit. There was nothing wrong with my attack. It's just that they had advantage. And so it was just a mischance. If it wasn't for the mischance, I would have hit them. But they just, for some reason, just had mischance, and I just wasn't able to get past that. Thank you. See, this is why I appreciate having rational people who understand these circumstances. I have 60 healing herbs. I actually don't know why I was complaining about not having enough healing before.
Pretty good, Sebastian. Managed to save some ammo.
Yeah, we didn't get spotted the entire time. We were super stealth. Do I get an achievement for that?
There's no place like home. The safe house runs a close second. Listen, don't freak out at the amount of explosives I got in here. They're as safe as cookie dough. At least until I arm them.
I am perfectly cool with explosives as long as you give me some too. Hook me up. Excuse me. Do not eat.
So what are we gonna do about Theodore?
I don't know. He's insane. His hideout looks like an Inquisitor's dream home. I should be relieved that Myra has Lily instead of him, but
What? Myra has Lily?
yeah. But I'm not sure that's good news. She's changed. This place seems to have affected her. She's hiding, trying to protect Lily from Theodore. And he'll tear this place apart to find them. If I can stop him. Maybe Myra will come to her senses and we can get Lily out of here.
So the plan is to take out Theodore.
Yeah. But I have to find him first.
How are you gonna do that?
O'Neill helped me before. I'll call him. But I better give Kibben an update first.
Right. But be careful what you say over that thing. She's probably in the control room with that lizard hovering over her.
I forgot about that other guy.
Sebastian? Where have you been? Did you find Stefano?
I did more than that. I eliminated him.
Good. And Lily?
She slipped through my fingers again.
Sorry to hear that. Any leads?
The good news is that I've been in contact with Agent Torres. Her intel has been invaluable.
That is good news. So what's the bad news?
The bad news is there's someone more powerful than Stefano who wants to take this place over. And he needs Lily to do that. Torres told me you know him too. He's a real smooth talker.
Damn. I think I know who you're talking about. I'll send some stuff to your room.
It's not exactly a long list. Everyone on this list is either dead, converted, or still alive, and I found them. I think I found everyone on the list, actually.
Okay. Time to get down to business. O'Neill, Sebastian, come in. Something's wrong. I gotta try and find him.
Do
should
we,
stay here
though?
and get your explosives and weapons ready. I'll need your help once I locate Theodore. Is there a way into the Marrow from here?
Yeah, there's a Mobius computer in that room. It'll take you to exit 72.
Great. I'll call you when I'm ready. Hang tough, Torres.
Got it. Good luck, Sebastian.
O'Neill's probably a monster by now. Chapter 11. Wow, we are breezing through. How many chapters is in this game? There's like one coffee cup, and it's probably not Sebastian, so he's drinking out of someone else's coffee cup. But you know what? Whatever. Times are tough. Deal with it. I don't think I even needed that coffee. I just drank it so she didn't have any for 30 minutes. Is there not a mirror safe room here? Take that door. Give me that mirror cracking. Love it. Every time I hear it. Ooh, high-grade weapon parts. Thank you. "17 chapters? Thank you, Griffin. In that case, we're getting pretty close. Oh, nice. Alright, real fast. I need to take a quick restroom break. We're going to finish up some stuff, then call it a night, but I can't hold. Okay, back. And I think it's because we talked about politics so much tonight. Rather philosophy, but political philosophy. Acts as a natural diuretic, I assume. I think it's the reason why when so many people talk about it, like so much shit comes out of their mouth. But yeah, my first act as president, if you vote for me, is I'm gonna open it up the moment I get my acceptance speech. I'm gonna have a big old fake book like from Dragon Age Inquisition, and just like how Cassandra opened it up, I love how she opens it up. She just walks in, slams the book on a table, and says, "We're starting an Inquisition now." And I would totally start that. Like, "Thank you, my fellow congressmen. I am pleased to announce I am starting an Inquisition. This is a witch hunt. More, yes. But also no. But kind of yes." That's something a witch would say. Yeah, I think we got everybody here. Because, yeah, Miles was dead. Baker was the first one that was found dead. O'Neill is probably gonna die. Sykes is here, and Hoffman is here. Actually, where's Torres on this map? So she wasn't part of the original team. She was part of the...
At least he died fighting. Without him, that stable field emitter would still be off.
I guess she's part of Kidman's team.
This gives me some hope. Seems like he couldn't fool everybody after all.
Spiritual Sherpa.
Cautious. He convinced a lot of people straight into STEM.
Oh, interesting.
Preying on the lost and hopeless by pretending to have the keys to happiness. Now beginning to understand his MO.
But yeah, this is like 7 Days of Sacrifice.
Talked himself right into the middle of the
The people who made this game must have played that game.
his own personal game.
Nothing's original anymore.
Should have been a dead giveaway that he's a psycho. Jesus. This looks like it was written by the Zodiac Killer.
I don't know about you, but anytime I play something like Resident Evil or anything else like that, I like reading the journal entries.
Motivational speaker.
It's world building.
He was able to convince everyone he was on their side. Seemed like a good guy on the surface.
Just do it. Don't wait for tomorrow. Just do it. I'm always impressed by how eloquent and articulate motivational speakers are. That's a standard I want to get to, not so I can influence people in that sort of way, or no matter what I say, it's like it's just smooth butter. I just want to I don't know, to speak better, to help my craft. You know what? I'm willing to bet that during probably chapter 4, when we had to sneak back all the way to the other side of the town and I ignored everything, that's probably the chapter that I'm missing that slide from. Because otherwise, we're so far so good.
Hey, Kidman.
What's up, Sebastian?
I was thinking about our first case together.
You mean back at KCPD? That pawn shop robbery?
You broke that case all on your own. I was impressed.
That was all thanks to you. You took me under your wing and showed me the ropes. Treated me like an equal. Wish I had a mentor like you when I was younger.
I wanted to help you become one of the best. But the whole time you were really working for them.
Someone wanted me in there to keep an eye on you. To make sure KCPD weren't onto us.
Too bad. You could have been a great cop.
I'm not so sure about that. The personnel report you read when I joined KCPD was falsified. I spent most of my youth in juvenile detention. By the time Mobius found me, it was either join them or rot in jail. Not a hard choice to make for someone just out of their teens.
I don't even know you, do I?
I've been in Mobius for so long. I'm not sure if I know myself half the time.
Something tells me the rebel in you is never too far behind.
I don't know, sometimes they say the best way to catch a thief is with another thief. Thanks, kitty cat.
Thanks, kitty.
I love it when the game times the same thing I say. Okay. So I get the feeling we're going to be sniping a little bit more. Handgun for when those dudes get too close. Wait, did I really use all my freeze bolts? I thought I had 2. Something gives me the suspicion that the fire guys are not weak to fire. That's what good old bullets are for. 960. That's realistic. We'll save up for that. Like I said, I get the feeling we're going to be sniping a lot more. We still love our crossbow. Explosives are still very valuable. But looks like Mr. Sniper Rifle's going to come out and play. Alright, now we're gonna, now because we are getting grabbed all the time, this would be a good time for no grabby hands.
You look like you could use some help, Detective.
Nice. Oops, nope, wait.
What can I help you with, Detective?
I need you to help me stop weird, strange men from grabbing me. I can help you with that, Detective. Thank you. Alright, no grabby hands. Nice. I get the feeling auto grab break is going to be useful against those dudes if things get south too. Because, man, we got manhandled in the house and in the dungeon. We got manhandled a lot. I like this. Extend the range from the sneak kill. That's a good ability. We're going to do that next. We're going to save up for that. 12,000 is not that bad. We're getting gel a lot more often. Especially since the bigger, meaner enemies drop a lot more. Getting 12,000 won't take too long. And we're saving it for sniper rifle upgrade. Look at that. All the way to chapter 11. We made progress. I think we were in chapter 7 when we started. And there's only 6 more chapters, apparently. It seems like it's going to be, I don't know. Like they went kind of open area in the first few, but now it's just kind of going through. Also, there aren't that many lockers left, so, and we've been doing a pretty good job of staying on top of the keys. So we're probably getting pretty close. Other than us getting grabby handed to death, again, and us exploding ourselves up accidentally. Not too many deaths today. We're doing pretty good. I'm pretty proud of our progress. I'm enjoying this game now that we understand how the game works. It's man, I still think back to the first session where I'm just trying to understand how this game works. Wrapping my head around it and learning its rules. And you know what? The fact that we can figure it out, I think is good game design. This game so far, just to kind of do a quick mid-check, there are certainly a lot of things I like, but there's also a lot of things I think could have been better. There aren't too many things that outright offend me, other than the weird, constantly graphical glitches. There's a lot of graphical glitches constantly. Like, especially just with a simple shotgun. The fact that constantly, every time I use my shotgun, if I do another animation, it disappears. Or the fact that once I take out my communicator, even if I have the prompt to use it, it will not let me use my communicator unless I do another animation, and then, almost like resetting it, I can do the other animation. There's a lot of weird small things like that. But they are small things. They add up, but they're small things. The story's taken an interesting direction. Not what I expected, but this is kind of edging more into like thriller territory and not necessarily like horror territory, because there's a lot of stuff that's there to like shock us or put us in a state of suspense and build tension. There's a lot of tension filled moments, but not necessarily like the first game, abject horror. This is kind of like what Kudelka to Shadow Hearts, where Kudelka focused on like actual sort of unusual, bizarre horror. It was definitely like a survival horror. It was meant to be like that with an RPG, both in its mechanics and its design and the aesthetics that was gone with it. But then Shadow Hearts kind of just went with an occult direction, where you are facing unusual, strange, bizarre, possibly nightmarish creatures, but they're really coming from an area of strangeness, not necessarily there to give you like, this is nightmare fuel kind of stuff. Some of them are kind of creepy and bizarre, but that's kind of where it's coming from. It's a different angle, a different direction. You know what the most common comment I'm hearing from Shadow Hearts? Everybody's like, I can't wait for you to do Covenant. It's so good. It's so good. Skip number 3. I'm like, man, everyone's dumping on number 3. I understand A New World was not as well received. I know some people consider it just a spin-off. They just want to wipe its canonicity, is that a word? I don't know. Just right off the map. But hey, you know what? I don't make the rules. It's Shadow Hearts. It's technically canon. It's part of the series. We're gonna cover it when we get to it. But otherwise, we're gonna keep making more Chizo Mythos. I pulled out my copy of Nier. We're gonna start that. And yeah, I designed some basic t-shirts, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see if Teespring approves the design or if they think it's super lame. And if that's allowed, we'll see how this first wave goes. I call it the first edition because it's like, this is just a test. I just want to see how far we can get with this, and we'll think about cool stuff later. So, we want it. Oh, don't worry, Griffin. I'm going to do 3. I will absolutely do 3. I have zero problem with it. Like I'm going to do Shenmue 3, and that game's boring. Like, that game it performs the cardinal sin of being boring. But I did the first 2 Shenmues, then I'm going to do a third one. It doesn't matter that it's not a good third game. It doesn't matter it's not a good game in general. We're still going to do it. So, yeah. Please look forward to that. It's so funny. You can always tell by the initial crowd on the first day whether or not a recap is well received or not. Where some people are just like, I have zero interest in this game, or I just hate this game, or man, I love this game. This game defined my childhood. One thing I noticed is that for a lot of the games, even some of the lower popular ones, lesser popular ones, there's always at least one comment where somebody goes, "This is my favorite game," and it just kind of goes to show you that for most people, assume any given game is somebody's favorite game. The world's big enough for that. And I think as I jump from game to game, battlefield to battlefield, a lot of it to me kind of glosses over and becomes the same, but for some people it really is such an important emotional part of their gaming history. That to me is just so fascinating. That's why to me I never get tired of hearing that, because it's a personal story. I've actually never played the third Shadow Hearts game. I picked it up, but I was so busy with college at the time. I was buying video games because they were RPGs. I wasn't really playing them too much. I was just buying them because I made the decision while I was in college and buying my own stuff. I really want to go and start collecting RPGs. So every RPG that ever came out that I could get and could afford, you know, all my money went to either tuition or buying RPGs. That's why my PS2 collection is my biggest collection, because I bought almost every single RPG that existed on that system that ever came out in the United States. And then since then, also started collecting it. So all those RPGs that came out of the PS3, all the RPGs that came out of the Xbox 360, and of course, Xbox One and PlayStation 4, which most of it was cross-platform release, so we don't have to worry about that. I kind of had to draw the line, though, because there were a lot of dungeon crawler RPGs, and I was like, I don't really feel like collecting so many dungeon crawlers. I don't know why. Dungeon crawlers just seem less RPG-ish to me. They're just kind of their own subgenre, so I don't necessarily include a lot of the dungeon crawler RPGs. A lot of them do feel the same. A lot of them are very samey. I know people don't like the roguelike versus roguelite argument. Who cares? You're literally splitting hairs and arguing semantics. But that type of game, the RPG roguelikes and roguelites, not really super interested in those. Some of them are fun, but there's so many of them. And they really do feel alike. But, yeah. And horror games. I love horror games, or games that are at least scary or trying to be scary. I like those type of games. Spooky atmospheres are what I'm all about. So that's why even games like somebody mentioned earlier, like Galarians, I will cover. I'm like, oh, I forgot about that game. PS1 is my biggest blind spot, because that was the period I never owned a PS1. I borrowed a friend. Grim, if you remember Mark, I borrowed Mark's PS1 for so many years. Mark was so cool to loan me his PS1 that he wasn't using. And that's how I retroactively caught up on stuff. Mark's cool. I really wish I could reach out and talk to him again. But, super cool. And that's how I played a lot of PS1. But mostly the big stuff. A lot of the small RPGs that came out on PS1, I never played. I never got around to playing. That's why I never played Wild Arms 1. I never played Legend of Legaia. I never played, like, Legend Dragoon. I played those during Recap. I didn't play those back in the day. I played the big mainstream ones. Mostly the Square Enix ones, really. And that's why the PS1 era of horror games and RPGs, I'm sort of interested in playing more of, but at the same time we just went through like 6 of them, and so I'm like, I'm tired of looking at the PS1 stuff. I'm tired at it. Let me just take a break, you know, play some other stuff, get some modern stuff out of the way, then we can go back in. Like I said, everything in moderation. Alright, anyway, about time for us to go ahead and call it quits on tonight. Thank you so much everyone that jumped in on the stream. As always, I appreciate all of you. And thanks for helping me test out my new alert box for making sure it works. I'm super glad to see that it does. And yeah, my job this week is to get a mini video out this Friday. I guarantee it will happen. I'm much better paced this month than I was last month. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys on Sunday. So Thank you so much for watching. I'm Oni Black Mage, and I'll see you in the next Battlefield.